like protecting it. 이만큼이에요. 이만큼이고 애들이 한 맞아. 야 그래도 얘 두 달.
Hi, so I just wanted to film a little outro. So I came home from Viva Polo. I'm already in bed because it's Sunday and I just want to like chill today because I had a very busy week. But anyway, so as you saw, I went to Viva Polo the last time I could go, which is really sad because it was such an amazing place. So I'm sorry I didn't do an intro because it was really early in the morning and I wasn't sure I would be doing a video, but in the end I filmed a bit, so yeah. But Mama Park hugged me. Basically, yesterday someone tried to sell their waiting number, so Mama Park got super angry that someone like decided that they would like sell a number to like, you know, just make money out of just wanting to go into restaurants. So she got super mad. So she said, now we won't have numbers and you aren't allowed to like wait in line. So you're like, how do I get in? Because there's so many people that want to go because Viva Polo is closing in 1 week. So with my friend, we arrived at like around 8:45 to Viva Polo. We were the first one there, but there was another girl who was waiting around the subway and I could see that she was an XOL. So she like arrived towards us, we talked a bit with her and we were like, we didn't know what to do, and then like we had like many fans arriving, so we decided like to go in the staircase because that was open and we waited there in line. And as the morning went by, more and more people like started arriving. The manager was there, this like, and everyone was like, you shouldn't be in line. Chanyeol's mother is not gonna be happy if you are all in line, but we still were because we had no other option than like being in line. So we stayed in line until like Mama Park arrived at like what, 10:30. So we had been waiting for a good hour and a half. So she arrived and like everyone like suddenly went dead silent and like just like made the most way out as possible on the stairs, and like she was like stomping like on like being very loud like while going up, clearly showing she was disapproving what we were doing because she said don't line up. But we like had no choice, like we had no other option. So anyway, she went in and everything, and then she told like some of the people, you can't line up because then like it bothers the other shops, and like they called the police, like the shops called the police. So anyway, she like told some of us, she was like, you can stay in there. So like maybe the 10 first people, so the people that had been there like basically since 9 this morning, and the others, she was like, go outside, we'll make a list with like 4 numbers and I'll call you when it's like you can come and line up inside without bothering other stores. We were second and third with my friend because we let the girl that we met go in front of us because she had been there for longer. But we were also scared of Mama Park. Like we were also like afraid that we didn't want like her to be angry, but she was, and she had all the rights to be, I guess. Anyway, so then we were only like 10 waiting in the staircase because everyone like was sent back outside, and she was like, we'll call you guys. So we were just waiting there, and then like she came towards us, and everyone like all of us were kind of like being like looking away a bit and be like super like children that did something wrong. So then she like talked for like 5 minutes, and like in Korean obviously, saying like talking about yesterday the problem with like the numbers being sold, and she was talking about, I think, with the word eggy, so children, but like I think in a way I was like talking about us fans like in a very motherly way. Either she was like using an example of like children like doing something wrong. I'm not 100% sure. So I was understanding the general meaning of what she was saying, and I think she was also talking about the struggles with the restaurant, how it was really an important thing for all the fans. But I think she had a lot of pressure on her shoulder because, you know, you have to like keep up the standard, and like she can't disappoint anyone because we're all her son's fans. So anyway, I think she was talking about that, and I was like just listening, and then like her eyes go up to me, and like she makes eye contact with me, and I'm like, and then I think she says maybe something, to like this person, and then like all the girls that were in front of me, like everyone like suddenly clears away, and there's like Mama Park looking right at me, being like, and I'm like, oh, I can understand Korean, like, I mean, I've not been like nodding dumbly since the beginning. I know what she was saying. And she was like, oh, okay, she was saying like, I think she chuckled, and she was like, we'll talk later. And I was like, low-key panicking. So anyway, then she was in way, like she went really soft, and she was just like more like scolding us, being like, guys, you shouldn't have done that. But she wasn't like angry or anything. And then finally she let us in, and like she was like, okay, so who was the first person that was there? So, and then like so the first 2 girls went, and then we just went right after because people were like, go. And then she was like, like look at me like, please go quickly, come in the warm, like in the warmth inside, and like she took my elbow and like directed me inside because I was so wary and I so like impressed by her that I was like, it was like barely walking, and she just like grabbed my elbow and was like, go in. So then we ate. It was really good. She actually, Mama Park served my friends pizza, and some fans like brought a gift, and then Mama Park like showed it to everyone. It was a drawing, and then she like was like, Paksu, Paksu, like please like clap for the presents, that we all cheered for it. That was cute. So yeah, like she was walking around and I was like so impressed. So we stayed like, there for like 45 minutes in there until like we were finished, done eating. And like, as there was so many people waiting, we didn't want to like stay too long. So we ended up just like getting up and getting ready to leave. We were the first one to leave, but the two girls that were before us left right after, like they were waiting to pay right after us. So like I arrived to like pay, and she's like, oh, when did you arrive this morning? I was like, we arrived at 9, all in Korean, of course. And I was like, we arrived at 9, and she was like, why did you arrive so early? And I was like, 몰라요. Like I don't know. Like it was like, I wanted to say like I don't know what else to do, but like it's like in all in Korean, so it's complicated. So I was just like, I don't know. And then I was like, Viva Polo 너무 좋아서, like we really liked Viva Polo. And she was like, because you really like Viva Polo, you came early. I was like, yeah. And then I was like 마지막, because it's the last time I could go. She was like, oh. And then like she really softened. She was like, oh, because it's the last time you can come. It's like, yes, it's the last time I'm coming. And she was like, oh, okay. So we paid on her, and then like she comes from around the counter and like comes in front of us and like looks right again at me, like just at me, and like she like gives me her hand to shake, and I shake her hand a bit. I'm like very honored, and I'm like, oh. And then I think she says like, thank you. Basically, thank you for loving this place and thank you for coming. And then like she suddenly she opens her arms and I'm like, I'm getting hugged. So she hugs me and I'm like so shocked. Like, so I hug her back, of course. And it was not like a flimsy hug, me like, okay, good job. It was an actual real hug. Like it was a good hug. So like she just hugs me for a bit, and like I was just so shocked. And like, I'm hugging CHANYEOL'S mother. Like, whoa, what is happening? And then like, so I pull away. I'm like, oh, 고마워요. Like, I know it's informal because like it's too informal. Like, I should have gone like with 감사합니다 again, but because I wanted to like convey how thankful I was, and I didn't have to, I was panicking so much. Like, I was losing all my Korean that I couldn't like say thank you so much for like making such a great place. Thank you so much for like being like doing such an amazing thing. So I was just like saying thank you in a less formal way to just like try and convey how thankful I was feeling. And then she like hugged my friend. And then apparently my friend said that she was like, yeah, this is our last time seeing each other. And that was really sad. My friend said, I think she said that she remembers that. And basically, like, I'm pretty sure like everyone probably saw that because we were the first people to leave. So we were the first people she hugged. And I'm pretty sure like people in the restaurant like saw her hug us and saw like the people waiting outside in the staircase were like probably like, oh, she's hugging the foreigners. But I was really like, she seemed really like sad. And like really saddened that it was like the last time, and I was very honored that I got to like go and like meet her. It was my first time meeting her. Like I only went to Viva Polo once when she wasn't there, so I'm really like honored that. So touched. So it was really really sweet. She was so sweet. And yeah, then we was like, 안녕히 계세요, and she was like, bye bye, and then we left. And I was like so shell shocked. I didn't even look at the people like that. Probably were like, oh my god, these foreigners, like they got hugged. And I went outside and my friend started crying because one of her bias is CHANYEOL, and she felt just so thankful, and she went to Viva Polo quite a few times, and she saw Mama Park I think twice already. But for me it was like I was so shocked, and I was like, did that happen? Like, because I like when Mama Park opened her arm, like gestured like she was gonna hug me, and I was like, whoa, she's hugging me, like wow. Like since when, like I knew it was a thing, but I never thought it would happen. I didn't even think I would meet Mama Park. Like, of course, obviously she was gonna be there, but in my mind I was like, I'm not gonna meet her, like I'm not gonna talk to her or anything. I ended up talking with her, basically apologizing and be like, I'm sorry, like being scolded by her, and then getting hugged. Like she was like in a way like forgiving us, be like, it's okay, I get it, like being such a mother. So yeah, that was great. That was for the little experience. I talk too much again. But I just wanted to share it because it was wonderful. And it was the last time I could go to Viva Polo, so I'm sad. It was a really fun type place to go, like with everyone, and it was just really great. So anyway, that was it for this small video without as much content as there could have been, because there were so many people I didn't want to film too much, so yeah. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next adventures. One of the next few big adventures we're going on together is Exoplanet 5, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, otherwise, have a very nice day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.